I have to tell you right now, the reason that I am doing this is because all of you know Charlie Kirk was assassinated about 2 weeks ago on September 10th in Utah. He was taken from us much earlier than he should have been. He is not somebody that I ever met, and I watched a lot of his YouTube videos. I watched a lot of his debates, and I... I'm sorry, this is just hard. Whew. I'll just tell you, I have wept for a man that I never met before. And I'm not sure if it's because he is around the same age as me, or if it's because his family dynamic is pretty close to what mine is. But I really connected with that man. And it was very clear that all he wanted to do was reach across the aisle and find some common ground with the people that I absolutely do not like. So I'm going to do the best that I can to honor his memory by speaking out against all of this, by doing my best to amplify the voice of the right. And while I am not nearly as patient and as kind and as forgiving as Charlie was, I have to do something. All that is required for evil to triumph is that good men do nothing, and I consider myself a good man. So I'm going to do the best that I can. Please don't roast me too hard if there is anybody even watching this. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think there is, but that's just because, like, who the fuck am I, right? Okay, so, yeah, like I said, Charlie Kirk was assassinated in Utah by a radical left-wing bastard, if I'm being honest with you. Here. This is him. There I am, okay. This is him right here. Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old radical left-wing dude. Man. You might say that I hate this man. And you would be right. I absolutely do hate this man. He took a man from us that absolutely did not deserve to die. His wife did not deserve to be a widow, and his children did not deserve to go without a father. This motherfucker, though, absolutely... I mean, I agree with people. He absolutely deserves death, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a little bit too hard for... I mean, well, not hard, but, like, I think it's a little bit too easy for him, right? I think that's giving him the easy way out, you know? I think, personally, in my opinion, and if you see my X account, you'll notice this, but, like, I think that death is too good for this guy. I think that he should be put in a windowless cell in solitary confinement for the rest of his life with absolutely no form of entertainment or human interaction ever. Just one psychopath alone in his room thinking about what he has done. It'll be glorious. I'm telling you. I am telling you, we can do this. He will torture himself. It will be free. I promise. But he, yeah, I'll just show you here. So, this dude was up on a roof, relatively close to where Charlie was giving his speech, taking questions, and doing debates with people that he doesn't necessarily agree with politically, which, if I'm being completely honest with you, is absolutely what you should be doing. That is the type of political discourse that we need. And now, we have not that, okay? Like, oh, man, we have Milo again. This man has been popping off on fucking social media, okay? Milo is much more of a radical than Charlie ever was. But you know what? They killed the negotiator. They killed the guy that wanted peace, okay? And it's it's this motherfucker that did it. And he did it from this roof, okay? And people say that this guy was a trained assassin. They are blaming foreign countries for this. It is absolutely not a foreign country thing, and it is absolutely... This guy was not a fucking trained assassin, alright? He had a really good hunting rifle with a badass scope. I'm talking, like, probably thousands of dollars, if I'm being completely honest with you. This scope was fucking awesome. I don't know if you saw it. It was like half the barrel size. But he was only 200 yards away. Now, if I'm being honest, if he was a trained assassin, he would have shot Charlie in the head, because I'm sure that this guy did not know when you are at an elevated position, you need to aim a little lower than you probably want to hit. If you aim dead on as though you're on the same level as your target, you will absolutely hit high every single time when you are at an elevated position. This guy was 200 meters away. If he was a trained assassin, he would have shot Charlie in the head. Instead, he shot him in the neck. Why? Honestly, I think it's because he was aiming for his body, just kind of like center mass style, and being at an elevated position, it fucking hit him in the neck, alright? Absolute tragedy. Dude deserves to burn in hell. But here we are, okay? That's just the facts. The dude is absolutely not a trained assassin, okay? But, he was successful. Now, he's a fucking retard because he decided to leave a whole lot of evidence and a whole lot of DNA at the scene. There were cameras everywhere. And, here we go. I'll show you this. I'll show you this right now. You know what else this retard did? Look at this. This is a text conversation between him and his fucking transgender roommate slash boyfriend slash girlfriend slash pet, maybe. I don't actually really know. I mean, it was a trans furry, so probably both, if I'm being honest with you. Roommate, what? Are you joking, right? Robinson, I'm still okay, my love, but I am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I come home. But I gotta grab my rifle still. Alright, whatever. Talking about grabbing his rifle. You aren't the one that did it, right? I am. I'm sorry. Fucking admitted it right there, okay? Shut the hell up with your bullshit. They got the wrong guy. Fuck you, okay? They absolutely have the right guy. He admitted it right here. And, again, there is DNA evidence on the scene of the crime, okay? And his fucking parents turned him in. Look, if my parents can't ID me, there's a freaking problem. Anyway, dude goes on to talk about, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing, thinking he fucking got away with it. Dude, by the way, that fucking old guy, he could absolutely get charged for 20 years. I'm not gonna lie, because that's absolutely obstruction of fucking justice. That is obstruction of investigation. That is intentionally lying to a police officer. He came out and he said he was doing it so that the shooter had enough time to get away. Okay, so talks about dropping his rifle into the bushes. Talks about, why did I do it? Yeah, well, I had enough of his hatred. Motherfucker, Charlie never spat any fucking hatred. I swear to God. What did he say exactly? Okay, some hate just can't be negotiated with, except that he was literally trying to negotiate with every single person that he fucking talked to. Every single time, man. Dude, if you agreed with Charlie, he didn't want you to grab the microphone. Okay, he didn't want you. He would tell you to go to the back of the line. If you did disagree with him, you got to come to the front of the line. That was like the whole rule at his fucking college things. Like, this is crazy. What are we talking about? A bit over a week ago, I believe. This man planned this for a week. Okay, this is premeditated murder. Okay? He is an... Okay, what's next in this absolute shit show? This is crazy. I'm worried about my old man. You should have thought of that before you fucking shot Charlie Kirk. Just... Dude, what the fuck? Alright, anyway, it goes on, blah, 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 hang on, let me go back to this. There's a part where I want to see it. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Yeah, fucking idiot. Remember how I was engraving bullets? Admitting to engraving bullets. Look, okay, if you're the transgender roommate, there's a lot of red flags here. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Like, if you see a guy engraving bullets, maybe that's when you go, hey, are you all right? Are you good? Like, is everything okay? Are we... are you gonna shoot me in my sleep? What is this? Are you going crazy? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. Yeah, right. One of the bullets said, hey, fascist, catch. Okay? I don't know what ideology you think that might be, but it is not right-wing. I'm just throwing that shit out there. And it says, if I see, quote-unquote, notices bulge uwu, which is like a furry thing where it's like fucking yeah, it's a sexualized thing. Okay, on Fox News, I might have a stroke. Well, you're seeing a lot more than that on Fox News, buddy. Got your face on there. Got your transgender roommate's face on there with his bulge also. I think he was wearing like some squirrel outfit or something. Hell, I don't know. I have no idea. But so obviously it's no secret that this fucking transgender guy was a radical, like left-wing dude. So that led Trump to absolutely do the coolest thing ever, and the thing that all of his supporters, not Charlie, because Charlie was a moderate, but it led Trump to, all right, here are we just. I am pleased to announce, or to inform, our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. Yeah, you know what? You burned down a couple cities, and yeah, you're absolutely a terrorist organization. Are you kidding me right now? You openly say fuck the cops. You openly say down with the fascist government. You openly burn police vehicles and police stations. You openly break into fucking government buildings. A thing, by the way, that you wanted to prosecute everyone on January 6th for. Just throwing that out there. Fucking hypocrite bastards. I will also strongly be recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards. Throw the book at them. And practices. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Slaps his cock on the table. Says, fuck you. Fuck your bullshit. You killed the best of us. Fuck off. Love Trump. Trump's absolutely the best, man. This is great. But man, you have people celebrating this bullshit. Okay, a good man died, and they are celebrating it. I don't know why. They should not be celebrating this. Nobody on the right would celebrate a political assassination of somebody on the left. Not that that's ever happened, not that you'd know if you were listening to any of the left-wing media, which at this point is pretty much anything but fucking YouTube, and, like, you know, any social media whatsoever, because whenever the people start talking, for whatever reason, the mainstream media's lies just kind of crumble. Crazy how that fucking works. These people, they're doing this because they're being paid. Like, it's already been proven that the Democrats have paid protesters, man. Like, this is fucking bonkers, okay? These people do not live in the same reality that we do. This is just an objective fact at this point. Like, this is insane. But like I said, man, he didn't hate the blacks. He didn't hate anybody, okay? Charlie was the voice of reason for fucking everybody. And the only reason that people like me are speaking out now is because you fucking killed him. And like I said, I am not nearly as nice as Charlie was. And I don't think a lot of the people that you probably forced to start speaking out are. It's just kind of also an objective fact that we are meaner than that man. I promise you. I mean, case in point, you have fucking Milo Yiannopoulos back on X and back on fucking social media everywhere. And, yeah, no, dude, Nick Fuentes, a fucking actual Nazi that actually hates black people, is coming out and saying you guys are fucking crazy. He's coming out and he's saying he's gonna start speaking for Charlie. Look, the only thing that they agreed on at this point is that they didn't like the Democrats. Nick Fuentes is not the same as Charlie. But I didn't do a deep dive into him, so I'm not going to really talk about that all that much.